Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another single-player episode. So I was in the process of rebuying all my equipment, because I had to maybe switch out some stuff. I was going to bring this shovel loader back out to the bush because we found it was very nice at clearing snow compared to that dozer, so I'm going to bring one out to the bush there. I was also going to bring a new buncher to start using that instead. Unfortunately, on my way out, I accidentally drove this thing into a snowbank. So I'm not quite able to wiggle it back and forth because I tried pretty hard, so I think I'm going to use the grader and try to get that all sorted out there. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I'm not sure if I should push from the front, probably, maybe even back into it here. Let's try something here. We're going to try to use the front end of this to give it a bit of a bump. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work here. Let's see. Actually, I think it moved a bit when I bumped it. I wonder if that's enough. No, not quite enough. Oh, it's going forward a bit now, though. Oh, we just got to rock it. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, it's kind of in that same spot it was before there. Alright, so let's give it another bump with the grader here. See what we can do. That might have knocked it off that notch, because it's hung up on that one notch. There you go. Look at that. Alright, boys, we got her. So we didn't have to do too much with the grader, which is nice, but that was fun to try to get that working. So we're just going to shut this guy down, turn it off on the side here, and hopefully haul the rest of this back out to the bush without any further hang-ups there. So yeah, we decided to switch up some equipment. I've done some modding on it, so it's definitely changed up a little bit, some of it. So we had to rebuy a couple things. I decided to go with some different equipment just because the last video we were playing, the equipment wasn't working quite as well as it should have. The dozer was doing a pretty good job of cutting these berms out, but wasn't really clearing it off to the side the way I wanted. So I think this one will make it a little bit nicer for that. We just got to be able to squeeze our way into this block, and then hopefully we can clean it up a bit with that shovel loader there. We still have all of our nice cut down stuff out there, so that's good. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the shovel loader here and park it off to the side. Then I'm going to go through and actually clean up this area because it's kind of a bit of a pit of doom. There we go. Okay, so let's park this one here. Now this guy, on the other hand, we're going to have to probably walk off on an angle here. Whoops, that's not the angle I wanted to go off, but we'll take it. I'm going to send this guy back out to the bush here. And where were we cutting? We kind of just cleared that. We could probably go up this hill here next, which will be interesting. I've never done hill logging when it's this much layers of snow, so that'll be interesting. That might be for the next episode, because I think I really want to do a lot of clearing on this one. We'll just leave the buncher blade hiding in the bushes there. And I want to get this low bed out of here, because it's kind of in our way. What I would like to do is to build just a nice straight up turnaround here, but I don't know how that's going to happen. We're going to try. Uh-oh. Now we're in a real pickle. Now we're in a pickle for sure. Let's see if I can maybe bump it down. Alright, maybe this maybe the shovel loader can bump it down. We'll see here. Oh, the sun's starting to show up here. That's good. Let's turn this light on so I can see what I'm doing in this dark little cove. And there should be a collision on the bucket here somewhere. Should be able to turn it. Oops, we're picking up some snow there, I see. There we go. Okay, so let's park this thing over here for now, just so it's kind of out of the way. And what ultimately we're going to do, because we're going to be pulling loads out of here, we want to build a turnaround in here for a whole logging truck to turn its entire backside around. Now, getting this thing out of here is going to be a little interesting, but I think we can do it. Some really sharp turns. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. There we go. We're going to load ourselves onto our own trailer. Just kidding. And carry ourselves back home. There we go. So, what we're going to have to try to do, I don't know if this is going to be possible or not. I'm going to try to not get it stuck, first of all. Turn this right into this berm here. And then I'm going to back it right up beside that thing, hopefully not get it stuck. Actually, maybe we'll clear out that corner before we do that, because I have a feeling that we're just going to bottom it out. Yeah, if we try to back in there, we'll get the bottom of the low bed bottomed out, and we don't want that. So let's start doing some clearing with this guy, because this will be good for that. And we'll just make a pile over here somewhere. I don't know why it does that separation with the bucket, but I don't really care. It's something to do with seasons. The wood chips seem to be just fine. It just does it with the snow. I don't know what that's all about, but it's all good, man. No worries. Let's hook this up. So basically, like I said, I just want to kind of make a bit of a turnaround. Luckily, we can put a lot in these buckets, so that's actually quite nice. There's a lot of snow in that grab, hey? Holy. The snow doesn't weigh anything that the wood chips does. Like, it seems to have a less percentage. So you can really just turf the snow into these buckets, which is really nice. It kind of becomes like a vacuum. There we go. I wouldn't mind getting a shovel loader with a bit of a more open cab so I can see a little bit better. Because this one's pretty crowded with all the guards and wires and all that fun, so we'll see here. Well, actually, maybe we'll cut this whole section out too, just because it'll be easier that way. And then we'll just keep building this bank. After a while, you stare at the snow so long, you get like snow blind. You can't even see where you're dumping this stuff. It's really funny. You're like, but it's a video game. How is that possible? Unfortunately, the eye works about the same in video games as it does in real life, so sucks to be human, hey? There we go. Pile that over there. Take another chunk out of this hill here. Beauty. There we go. Just kind of clean up this whole area. Man, this thing just does such a good job of chiseling out these hills. I love it. Chisel machine. Now, I don't know if that's quite enough room to back in here or not, but we can definitely give it a shot. I don't need a whole lot of room, just kind of enough to back it up and get a quick whip on that corner. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Might have to go up that hill a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. I don't want to go too far though, because I don't want to get stuck again. Now, what we're gonna have to do is get a loader as well, so we'll have to go back and bring one of those out. But I'm gonna use this episode as very much a road building one, because I want to kind of clean these roads up a lot. So I'm gonna park this guy just on the fairway here. Actually, maybe I'll bring it up just a little bit. It's actually a nice piece of road right here, so we don't need to come all the way this far. But I definitely want to build that turnaround, which is this whole kind of section in here. Now, what I would like to do is be able to drive a truck in this way, and then maybe loop it back, kind of come through here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cut out this corner by the mountain as much as possible. Let's kind of cut a big hole here. It's actually not a lot of snow there. It just looks like a lot because the mountain's right there. So let's just clean all of this snow up. So it doesn't have to be too accurate. I just want to kind of give the illusion that we can see what's going on here. There we go. Clean all that up. It's like logging, it's just finicky. You have to take your time and play with the snow, move it around. I actually really don't mind playing with the snow, though. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like just a change, right? Instead of loading trucks, instead of cutting trees, you just kind of building the road for them. And there's definitely a lot of road building to be done on this map. But I think instead of taking the dozer, well, I might take the dozer initially through just to kind of push the heavy stuff out of the way. But I mean, this guy just cuts through it so well. I might just take a walk with this thing and carve out a path as I go, kind of. I think it'd be easier. So, let's see here. Truck, want it to come, be able to swing really wide. And then we're going to cut back right next to this tree, I think is the plan. It takes a lot of snow in those scoops, hey? Like I said, it doesn't seem to gather the snow the same way that chips gather, because you can get a lot of snow in a bucket. It's like 1/5 of what wood chips is. So when you feel your bucket's getting full with wood chips, you can actually see that the bucket's full. This one, it's like the bucket looks like it's full, but you can still put another, you know, big pile of snow into that thing. So I don't know, it's kind of funky. So maybe what I'll do is I'll build a through road right here, and then I'm gonna stack it on my left as I go here. Build kind of a mountain between this and the through road here. And then, like I said, that'll be our bench over here on our left, or on our right. We'll kind of bench load it from there, and we'll do right through to our new road that we have there. Yeah, this will be nice. Very nice. Bloop. That's sweet. Very sweet. Sorry, I'm getting focused again here. It's just like, this is like stuff I like doing as a kid, building roads. I get to do it for real. It's kind of fun. Actually, once I start that new map, which will be after, probably in the next episode, I think, after this one, that new map I'm going to actually build my own roads on, so that'll be exciting. Like, with the grader, it's got that plow function on it, so I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and build my own roads. We'll go into some funky areas. The new one doesn't, it has like site areas, but doesn't have defined blocks like marked trees like this one. I wanted to do something kind of a little different because, I don't know, some people like the marked trees, and then a lot of people said that they didn't, so it's like, try to kind of adhere to both parties here and try it out. But I mean, you don't have to cut the marked trees, you can go wherever you want, but some people just liked having empty forest that they could just go do their own thing in. So, but I mean, there's lots of areas on these maps that are empty forest you can still go do that in. So wait a minute, should I build across? So what I'm thinking is, once we get our processor and loader up here, I'm going to be processing from here over to this side. I think I'm going to do longs because I don't really want to do shorts on this one anymore. Shorts get a little messy. So I'm going to do longs across this nice flat surface here. Then we'll park our loader on this edge. We'll bench load onto the truck, which will be kind of parked on the road here. I'm just wondering if I want to keep pulling everything over to here and just have this as the main staging area, or if we want to mail the secondary one here. But most of the trees are kind of up on that top, so I think maybe we'll stick to the right-hand side. Just little things you like to think about while you're planning out your projects, you know. And we'll carve this corner out a little bit more here too. Just build a big barrier here, so that means don't go there, girlfriend. That's what that's gonna mean. And we kind of built this weird road right through the middle of this, so hold on here. Let's get our tracks in the right direction. Man, this road building's fun. Who would have thunk it, hey? I never thought I would ever get into this. I thought there was no way in hell I'd ever do road building, but clearly that was a lie, because look at us now. But then again, I never thought I'd use seasons. I never thought snow would be usable, because I remember how glitchy it used to be when it first came out, and I was like, holy, I'll never use that. That's crazy. And then now it's actually pretty doable, so. Kind of our rickety little path here. I'm using that term a lot, rickety. I don't know why, but I don't even know where, like, what encouraged me to start saying it. Must have heard it somewhere or something. We're using rickety road as a thing when I was a kid. But now it's become the general term for all ricketiness. which is pretty much 90% of the roads that we build in these maps. Yeah, I just finished up Larkin Springs. I'm doing like a remaster of that map, so I just finished that up. That actually turned out really, really well. Basically just, you know, redid the tree physics, redid some of the trees, built a new mill in there, cleaned up some of the bush textures and some other funky stuff that was going on. I mean, ultimately, oh, excuse me, ultimately it's the same map. Like, it's not like completely remastered to the point where you won't recognize it. No. It's pretty much the same map, just fixed some tree stuff, new physics on the trees and stuff, so it's similar to these maps. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think a lot of people like. I think people will like the re-releases. I know I did. I think they'll probably come out as V12s, just because it's easier to kind of keep people on the same thing. I haven't really done a big project for V13 yet, so. If there even is a V13, there might not be. There might be, you know, FS19 version 1, not, you know, who knows? Who knows what we're going to do? Well, you'd think I would know, but I don't. I have no idea. We're just going to kind of wing it, see what happens. FS19 will be the interesting. It kind of sucks, though, because it's like, you know, you go through all this effort, all these versions on 2017 just to get it just right. You're finally getting close to perfection, and then, boom, it feels like you got to start all over again because the new game usually brings new stuff like physics issues and new, you know, whatever stuff. So I'm really hoping it's gonna be okay, but we'll see. Clean this road up too. And I love this thing for building roads. I mean, granted, the dozer was a bit faster. The grader is a nice tool for cleaning up the edges and stuff, though. Like for, you know, finishing it up. But, I mean, this thing just clears it. Look at that. Just boom. You want a road? There's a road. Get yourself a road now, friend. Not to mention, it gives kind of a neat... Like, piling these snow berms on the sides of the roads like this gives it a really neat kind of feel. I don't know. I like it. I'm going to kind of carve this road out a little bit more on this edge just because this tree is really close. I wasn't going to cut it down, but I kind of like the whole homey effect of the tree here. It's kind of neat. Okay. There we go. What are we doing for time? Have I run over my time yet? Oh man, we're like right on time. Damn it. I kind of wanted to keep going. I might keep going just a little bit more. I'm sorry, I'm just having a really good time with this right now, so bear with me. Bear with me, grr. Okay. We'll go right up to this corner and then we'll call the video. I know 15 minutes is, it doesn't seem like enough time to me, but according to my view counts and stuff like that, 15 is still too long. A lot of people don't even watch the 15. I'm not saying there isn't people who do, because there are lots of people who do too, but the majority of people do not watch the 15. They watch, I think it's gone up to like 8 or something. 8 people now? Or 8 people, 8 minutes, which is still really good. I mean, 8 minutes of viewership is amazing. Considering my old videos used to all be like 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So, I mean, people are definitely engaging and watching the videos. People, I always say people, you guys, are definitely engaging in the videos more now, which is good. It means you're actually interested in what's going on. That's why I got to keep changing things up, because, I mean, not only does it get boring for people watching if I just keep doing the same map and the same machines over and over and over, but it also gets boring for me. Like, I don't know, I get bored running the same machines over and over and over. Except for the loader, I could do that all day, but everything else, I understand it's neat to introduce different types of logging. And I got some really interesting stuff coming up here pretty soon. Hopefully going to be working with Lambo on a really interesting project. I'm not going to say anything about it because, one, we don't know if it's going to work or not, and two, I don't even know quite how I'm going to do most of the stuff I want to do on it. But if it does work out, I think it's going to be a hit. I think a lot of people are going to be like, wow, that's really cool. So we'll try it out and see how it goes, but yeah, it's gonna be funny. You guys will have a good hoot and laugh about it for sure. And I bet people will actually really like it if we do it right. So, but I got a lot of learning to do, and um, hopefully we can find an easy way to get it done. So anyway, I think I'm gonna get right to this road T kind of right here, and then we'll call her good for this video, because we can just keep cutting in the next one. I might actually start doing some bunching in the next one, just so we have a little bit more on the ground. And I'm gonna chase this road back a little bit to hopefully kind of clean it up a bit more. That way we can have a nice clean road for when we low bed the next machines up, because that was a little bit of a sketchy low bedding situation there. So we can spend like 10-20 episodes just doing this, cutting down the road, hey? Okay, we'll get up right here. This will be the last scoop. If I don't, I'm just going to become addicted and I won't be able to stop. It's like a bad drug. Okay, that's it. Shutting her down. Turn it off. That was pretty sweet. Look at that beautiful road that got chipped in there, though. See, look at that. It's all wide and nice. Compared to that sketchy little one that we had a moment ago, that was pretty bad. I'm just going to do a quick tour back here. Scoop through. Yeah, we got a nice big turnaround. We can turn that trailer around, go pull up, and then bench load. All right, guys, perfect. So when we come back on the next one, we'll hopefully haul some more equipment out. I might keep building that road because that's really addicting, and then I can just sit there and have random conversations with you guys. So anyway, we'll catch you guys on the next one. If you liked the video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.